Hey there, hi there, ho there. Today I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you a story about my friend and their magic key and what went wrong and why Disneyland has some problems with their magic key program and that they need to fix them ASAP. So let's get started. This story starts in December of last year, 2021, where my friend was gifted a dream key by their boss as a Christmas gift. Very kind, very generous. Unfortunately, my friend didn't want it. And so my friend called Disneyland, like, hey, I got this gift, really nice, but I don't want this. Is there a recourse? Can we refund it? What can we do? And Disneyland said, no, we can't refund it. In fact, they said there's no mechanism in our system for us to refund it. There's literally no button. There's no, key code for us to refund this gift to the person who purchased it. And my friend was like, interesting. Okay. Great. So what are other options? Can you exchange it for a gift card? Can I have a Disney gift card for the same amount of money? I would definitely be able to use that much easier than this magic key. And Disneyland said no. No, we cannot do that. There's no way for us to do that. So my friend was like, okay, very calmly trying to explain to them that, not everybody wants a magic key / annual pass to Disneyland. It was a very nice gift, very appreciative, but unwanted and not going to be used. Trying to find a solution here. And so then my friend said, well, can I transfer it? I know of some people that would use it. If I'm not going to be able to get any value out of this, if you can't exchange it for something, then I'll gift it. I'll, pass it on. And again, Disneyland said, no, you cannot transfer it. It is non-transferable. Which I do think is a little interesting because the entire nature of a gift is that it's transferable, right? The gift is being transferred from the giftor to the giftee. So in fact, it is transferable because the person who bought the gift is not the person using the gift. So that I do find a little interesting. It's like, oh, it's not transferable when we don't want it to be, basically is kind of what they're saying. So yeah, that was how that conversation ended. It basically ended with Disneyland saying to my friend, you can either choose to activate this dream key and use it, or you can choose not to. Those are your options. And that was it. And before they hung up, my friend asked, okay, well, when do I need to activate this? Like what, I need to think about this. I really don't want this, but if I have no other choice and I have to use it, when do I need to, activate this by? And that's when Disneyland said, you have a year. You actually have a year from the date of purchase to activate your dream key. And my friend was like, oh, all right, that's pretty cool. So I have until December 2022. And, Disneyland cast member confirmed, like, yes, this gift was purchased in December. You have until December. And that was the end of the conversation. So, not great, not helpful. Not the Disneyland cast members' fault, I'm sure, because they didn't design the software. But not great. Not a great way to start out. So my friend asked me about it because obviously I'm the person that, people in my friend circle come to talk about Disneyland, and asked what I thought of this and what they should do. And my suggestion was, I think you should wait the year. You really don't want this. It's, you could activate it, but I think you're going to be bummed because it's not something that you want to use. I said, however, but if you wait to activate it, I said, I really hope that Disneyland will kind of, get their ducks in a row. And maybe in the year that you have to activate it, maybe they can figure out how to refund it or exchange it for something or transfer it. I was like, maybe they will be able to solve this problem that you came to them with in December. So my hope and my suggestion to my friend was based on the fact that Disneyland would get its act together. Yeah. So, second part of this story is nothing had changed, and my friend decided to just go ahead and activate it. They had some friends coming in from out of town who wanted to go to Disneyland while they were here, and my friend was like, they want to go to Disneyland. They want me to meet them, spend the day with them. I'm going to activate my pass. I'm just going to do it. And so my friend made their reservation, because you have to make a reservation online, using their dream key, their unyet activated dream key. So I think this was like a month ago they made their reservation to go last week. So first week in October they went, but they made the reservation a month in advance on their dream key that had not been activated yet, because to activate it you need to be at the park. You need to use it. That's how you activate it. It's not like a credit card where you call in or sign in online and activate it that way. So, no problems. No problems making the reservation. No problems, nothing. My friend was good to go, basically. So last week, goes to Disneyland with their friends, goes to go through the turnstile, and the cast member says, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't activate this for you here. You need to go to the ticket booth. Oh, okay. So sorry, didn't know that. My friend lets their friends go, says, I'll meet you. I got to go to the ticket booth, and goes and waits in line in the ticket booth. Which, again, let me pause and say, I do think it's a little bit of a bummer if somebody waits in the line to go through the turnstile, because we all know it's a line now, and they're told, hey, there's an issue, you need to go to the ticket booth. It is a bummer. A weird accent came out of my mouth. It is a bummer that there isn't some type of line for people that have already stood in line. That there isn't a I don't even know what you would call it, but the line of, I've already been told that I need to come here. I already know I have a problem, because they've already stood in line. But no, there isn't one of those things. So my friend goes and waits in line at the ticket booth. So my friend gets up to the front, gets to the ticket booth window, and tells the cast member, I have a reservation for today. I am trying, this is the first time I'm using my dream key and I need to activate it today. And the cast member says, oh, I can't activate this for you. We don't have dream keys anymore. And my friend's like, I'm sorry, what? I have one, and then proceeds to tell the cast member the story of the gifted dream key. But yes, I have one. I haven't activated it yet. I'm trying to activate it today, but it was purchased for me in December. I was told very clearly that I have a year to activate it. So I'm here in October to activate my dream key. Thank you very much. And the cast member said, no, we don't sell these anymore, and we have no way to activate this for you. So again, this is the second time that my friend has heard something to the effect of, we literally don't have a mechanism to do what you are asking us to do, which is a problem. That's a problem. I'm not saying it's that cast member's problem. It's a Disneyland problem. So my friend says, yeah, we're going to need to talk to somebody about this. And so cast member calls their lead, I would imagine. Lead comes out, says the same thing to my friend. We have no way of activating this for you. And apparently added, you needed to come before August. And my friend was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, well, that's when we, that was the deadline. That was the end of the dream keys. And my friend was like, what? What are you talking about? I was told I have a year to activate this. Oh yeah, but we changed the program. Okay, did you tell everybody? The answer to that is no. The answer to that is no, they didn't tell everybody. Because where I think Disneyland has fallen into a bit of a problem is they assume that everybody follows Diz Twitter and reads every article and, follows every Instagram and knows the minutia of every decision that they make. And it's just not true. It is just not true. The normal everyday person doesn't know what's going on unless they're told. And like my friend, all they were told was they have a year to activate this pass. And then they were told that everything was fine when they made a reservation because there was nothing on the website that indicated otherwise. There was nothing that said, you haven't activated this pass yet. We've changed our programs. You can't make a reservation for October. There was no signs of that. So, getting back to my friend, standing at the ticket booth, now with two cast members, the first one and the lead, my friend says, we're going to need to talk to a manager. Well, apparently my friend ended up talking to 4 separate cast members. And the story was exactly the same. The story was, we have no way of activating this for you. You should have come before August, to which my friend understandably did not react to, not harshly, but just didn't take well. Like, don't tell people that they are supposed to know things they don't know. And then the last offer was, you can either take the magic key down a step, and we can give that one to you, or you can pay us the around $200 difference for the Inspire key. Now, here's where I struggle. There's a lot of places where I struggle with this story, but let's stop and pause for a second here and talk about how this really reminded me of that saying that they talk about in sales, where whenever you're in a transaction, a sale is always made. Either you're selling the customer on the product, or the customer is selling you on a reason why they don't want it. This felt to me like, customer service. Either you're solving the customer's problem, or the customer is solving your problem. And what Disneyland did was made my friends solve their problem. Their problem was that they didn't have a mechanism for activating my friend's dream key. I get it. I get that that was not those cast members' problem. They didn't program the software. I'm sure they weren't in the room when that decision was made. I get that that's not their problem. What I do think they had every opportunity to fix and chose not to was the you can pay us the difference for the Inspire key. So let me say that after going back and forth apparently for a while about it, again, I wasn't there, this is from my friend. My friend eventually just gave in and said, fine, here's the 200, take my credit card, charge the difference, give me the Inspire key. I'm done talking to you. I just want to go and meet my friends. And I believe my friend said something, or even maybe just thought it, but to the effect of, I don't even want to be inside your park right now, but I have friends inside there, because this was such an unpleasant experience. And so charged the difference, gave the Inspire key, and then that was it. But my friend solved Disneyland's problem, not the other way around. And here's what I believe one of those cast members should have done. And I feel like they have to have this ability. And if they don't have this ability, it makes me even sadder for what's happening at Disneyland. But in my career and lifetime, I've seen it enough to believe that most companies have some type of ability to rectify this without making the customer pay the difference. I can't imagine that there isn't a code or a budget line item or something where one of those management cast members could gift the difference to my friend as a way of making this better. Because this was not a good situation. This was a problem from the beginning, starting back in December when they couldn't solve the original problem of this unwanted key. And it just kept getting worse. And instead of stopping the bleeding, they were like, thanks for your $200. I have to believe that the management of the ticket booth department could have somehow remedied that without taking more money, because that's a bad look. When Disneyland's clearly in the wrong, don't ask somebody to give you more money to fix it. And if there isn't a key code, if there isn't a line item, if there isn't something built into the software that the manager can comp that difference, the manager could have gone right to the first merch booth, bought a Disney gift card for the amount, and done it that way. And then said, you know what, my apologies, this has clearly been a real mess for you. We're going to take care of it. Here's your Inspire key. Please, we hope you have a magical day. That way, they can fix the problem, and then they can deal with their management to get reimbursed for that amount of money. That's what I believe true customer service would have looked like. Not even making it magical. Let's not even go to the level of making it magical. That would have just been fixing the problem. Would be not asking somebody for more money and giving them the equivalent of what they were told they already owned. Because my friend was told that from December 2021 to December 2022, they owned a dream key. And they were told that so strong that they couldn't give it back. Disneyland told them, you own this dream key so hard, we can't take it back, we can't refund it, we can't transfer it to anybody. It is so permanently yours for this year, you can't do anything else with it. It just baffles me, the steps along the way. Okay, so my friend shared that story with me and said it was fine for me to share it with you, because I feel like people should know that this is how things are going down at Disneyland, and this is what guest relations looks like right now at Disneyland. I'm so confused. And let's not pretend that magic keys / annual passes are a new thing. They've been doing this forever. I will insert a picture of my annual pass from 1988, where you literally waited while they cut your photo out, put it between two pieces of paper, and then laminated it and handed you a warm laminated annual pass. So this is not new to them. This is not a brand new concept that they are still figuring out. This is, I really don't want to call it greed. I really don't. It's not what my heart tells me it is. My heart tells me this is poor management. And I don't mean at the ticket booth level. That was poor guest service. The management that I believe is poor is they're making bad decisions in the room. They're having these meetings about their magic keys and how to handle them. And then as things change and as things pop up, they're having these meetings and making these decisions, and they are not doing the due diligence. They either don't have the right people in the room, which we've all seen, right? We've in our businesses, in our lives, we've all seen decisions made where the correct people were not in the room to talk about ooh, hey, great idea, but we need to think about this part. Or the correct people are in the room and they don't know their business well enough to know how it affects it downstream. This is basic inventory management. This is normal stuff. This is, we have a product. We would like to discontinue that product. Happens all the time. But we still have inventory of that old product. All right, no problem. You can stop the sale of that discontinued product and still manage the inventory that's out there. So there was no reason that just because they had stopped selling dream keys, that my friend shouldn't have been able to activate their already purchased dream key, because that is inventory that's already out there. That is something that has already been sold. I think we're seeing a lot of decisions being made by people that aren't doing their downstream due diligence. I just don't. And then let's go all the way back to December. Okay, so that's the problem with the canceling the dream key and starting the Inspire key, and you just deleted it from the program. Oh, we don't need the dream key anymore. Delete. Bro, you've got inventory out there. What are you doing? Okay, so that's one problem. But let's go back to December and talk about, y'all are selling magic keys as gifts, but you never thought somebody might not want it? That's interesting to me. That's an interesting thought. Yeah, I tend to sometimes in business, it's a little morbid, but sometimes when I'm problem solving or walking through a new process, I like to think, what would happen if that person died? Because it helps me process through the scenarios. You know, it's not gruesome, it's not horrible, but just like, you know, what happened if that person died? And to me, that was the first thing I thought of was, somebody buys a magic key as a gift for somebody and gives them that gift, and that person dies. Disneyland is clearly very chill with like, already got their money. Because clearly it's not transferable. You know, clearly the, next of kin of that person can't take the dream key. And I just think, again, like I said, like, it's not morbid, and I know it's an extreme example, but I do think it helps people problem solve when they're talking through something new, because it can happen. But the more everyday thing is, what if somebody doesn't want it? Because that's a more real situation of, you're telling the person to their face, not the person who's died, because you're not talking to that person, but you're telling the person who doesn't want this gift to their face, too bad, so sad. We've already got the money. Do with it what you will, but we're not. Basically, this discussion is over. Thanks very much. I don't think that's a good look. And they must have talked about it. They must have talked about it because they had to have a mechanism, going back to that word, they had to have a mechanism for selling the magic keys as a gift. So, picturing that room and that meeting room and who was all in there, somebody should have raised their hand, raised their up, 7-Up, raised their hand and said, if we are not going to refund unwanted gifts, I don't think we should sell magic keys as gifts. I think we should just sell gift cards, which we already do, and tell somebody, say, here's the amount that you would need to get on a gift card for the person to be able to buy that magic key. It's so much easier. It's literally so much easier than specifically buying a magic key for somebody, locking them into something that they can't transfer, can't do anything else with. So to me, this is a two-tiered story, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. It's the poor customer service at this level, at the ticket booth level of, yeah, we can't do anything for you. You have to give us $200 if you want this key, or you can have this key and we'll eat the difference. Thanks so much for your money. That shouldn't have happened. That needed to be dealt with a different way. But the bigger issue, which is what I've really been feeling lately, like, I don't have an inside scoop into the Disney company or the Disneyland management. But I'm just feeling this weird thing lately of decisions being made on the fly with very little due diligence, very little process, discussions. How does it affect downstream? As well as how are we going to communicate this? How are we going to communicate this to the average customer? I don't think any of that is happening. And so my conclusion to this is I think Disneyland's got a real customer service problem. I think that they are resting on their laurels, and I don't think that they're the customer service company that they used to be. I really don't. It makes me really sad too. It really does. But yeah, Disneyland, you have a customer service problem. And you need to fix it. But for right now, I don't think you get to be part of the UN Security Council of customer service companies anymore. Yeah, I think you're going to have to give up your seat at the table for a little bit. The council has met, made a decision. In and Out has packed up your desk. Please hand your ID badge and your fob to Nordstrom. And, of course, Trader Joe's will walk you to your car. Yeah, you're not in the club anymore. But you could be. You just got to fix some things. So, yeah. So anyways, that was my story. And I'd be interested to know what you think. Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big old thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, please don't say anything to anybody. And please subscribe to my channel. I would love that. And yeah, see you real soon. Bye.